Welcome everyone to the Center of the Women of New York 34th Anniversary Gala. As we wait for guests to join us, please enjoy wonderful music performance, artist Dawud playing the flute. Wow, that was so lovely. Thank you so much. We just listened to a piece by artist Dawud Rahman from Music on the Inside. Music on the Inside works with individuals who are incarcerated or facing the challenges of reentry through the healing power of music. For those just joining us, we wanted to welcome everybody to the Center of the Women of New York 34th Anniversary Gala. I'm Kathy Fernandez, and I'll be hosting this wonderful evening. I am so pleased to be here with all of you and our amazing honorees. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce the Center for the Women of New York's president, Victoria Pilati.
Welcome, everyone, to Center for the Women of New York's 34th Anniversary Gala. The Center for the Women of New York was founded in 1987 by Anne Giuliano Jobin as the Queens Women's Center to fill a void in services for women in the borough. As the center expanded its services to the 5 boroughs, our name was changed to Center for the Women of New York. Anne would be so pleased to know that currently the center serves women in many parts of New York State. Anne's vision was to have a building dedicated solely to women's services and programs. After many years of challenges in the renovation of a landmark building in Fort Taunton Park, Bayside, Queens, Anne's dream came true. Please enjoy a short video clip of our new location, which has won numerous architect awards. It is now my pleasure to introduce CWNY's Vice Presidents, Malini Shah, Cecilia Venosta-Weigel, and Randy Malman, who will speak about CWNY's mission, services, and programs.
Thank you, Victoria. Good evening and welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. Most of you are familiar with the organization, but for most of you that aren't, our mission at CWNY is to advocate for women's rights and full equality. Since 1987, CWNY has been empowering women to reach their full potential by offering services that provide the skills, information, and support they need to address economic, emotional, and legal challenges. The center has 2 locations, one at Queensboro Hall and the second in Bayside, Queens in Fort Taunton. See you there soon.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all who have supported and continue to support us in offering free services and classes for women. We currently have a caregiver support group for all of us who take care of elderly family members, a support group for women in crisis, English as a second language in classes, cardio resistance and Zumba classes, legal assistance, and a financial literacy series of workshops, and also referrals. Coming up soon, we will have our first in-person program in our new location, which will be sustainable gardening and ecology classes at our location in Bayside, Queens. Thanks to First Central Savings Bank for the sponsorship of the program. We're super excited for opening the doors to the public. We hope to see you all soon there.
The COVID-19 pandemic has changed the lives of every person around the globe, but it has disproportionately impacted women in their professional and personal lives. During these unprecedented times, it was important to us at CWNY to continue to offer educational programs to our members and our community. This past year, CWNY offered 30 virtual programs on topics such as domestic violence, trafficking awareness, health and wellness, career advancement, financial independence, art therapy, and parenting. In addition to our programs, CWNY has increased our social media outreach, including a new podcast series, Women of New York. Through our social media presence, we hope to engage with a broader audience and educate the public on women's issues. This year, we look forward to hosting webinars and in-person programs in both of our locations. For more information on our upcoming programs, please visit our website at cwny.org.
Thank you so much, ladies, and for the amazing work and the programs that you're providing to all of these women. Now, let's celebrate our Center of the Women of New York 34th Gala honorees. Our first woman of distinction honoree is Mona Charles. Mona earns a Bachelor's of Science from All India Institute of Medical Science in India. She's a registered nurse with a BSN, RN, and INS certificate. Mona is working as an IV nurse and PICC line nurse at New York's Health and Hospital in Queens, one of the most affected hospitals during the height of the coronavirus outbreak. Mona witnessed firsthand the toll that battling this pandemic has taken on all frontline medical staff, with nurses often leading the way. After battling COVID herself, she is now creating programs to help nurses who work through the pandemic and the traumas of this past year, giving them support and a place to start healing as they are ready. Mona, congratulations for your work. Victoria, you're muted.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, and good evening. I thank you, Center for Women of New York, for honoring me with the Woman of Distinction for this year. This year isn't just for me, but for all the incredible women that I work with, and I have supported, and they have supported me throughout my entire career to be able to be here. Women are the building blocks of our society. Their empowerment is self-worth. Their ability to determine their own choices and their right to influence change in society for themselves and the others. Empowering women is the key to economic growth, political stability, and social transformation. At Queens Hospital Center, we have incredible opportunities for women to grow, improve, and succeed in their jobs. Hospitals has various committees, programs for women, and employees' welfare. One of them which gained popularity is meditation and wellness to help women to distress them. My work at Queens helps me to interact with women and patients. I listen to their concerns and while consoling them and empowering them to be the best they could be. I thank once again Center of Women of New York for this honor. I will continue to embody this distinction and do what I can do to support the other incredible people I work with. Stay safe, everyone, and God bless.
Mona, thank you so much for all the work you're doing and for your service. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Of course. It is now my pleasure to introduce tonight's second Woman of Distinction honoree, Maria Markou. Maria is the founder and president of Markou Global Legal Group. She is a respected authority on international law, an experienced attorney, certified mediator by the New York Peace Institute. She was born in Athens, Greece, and is licensed to practice law in both Greece and New York. Mrs. Markou is the recipient of awards for exceptional performance in the Athens Bar Examination, her dedication to justice, and her pro bono commitment to the community. Thank you so much, Maria, and congratulations.
It is our honor, Maria, to present you with this Woman of Distinction Award. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you very much, Victoria. I'm extremely honored to be receiving such an important award from this distinguished organization as the Center for Women for New York. I'm earnestly grateful for the recognition that I have received for my work. To be honest, being a woman of distinction is an honor, but also a responsibility. It means being successful in the career, in mentorship, in leadership, in community, and the most important in the community. The communities right now, especially after COVID and during COVID, they needed our help the most that we can do. And I look forward, for everything that we can do together and we can accomplish together in the years ahead. Thank you very much for this honor. And I will be glad, to assist the Center for Women for New York in the years ahead. Again, thank you.
Congratulations again, Maria. Now, I would like to introduce our third honoree for Outstanding Service Organization, Bake Back America. Created in response to the hardships of COVID-19, Bake Back America has started baking and ordering meals across the country for first responders and essential workers to show support and appreciation. Their mission then grew, and within months, Bake Back created platforms giving volunteers an opportunity to connect to those in need. They have distributed over 200,000 pounds of produce, 100,000 meals, and over 7,000 bags of wish list items. As a team, they have furnished family homes, provided hundreds of hours of tutoring, dance and fitness classes, empowering children with special needs, created pen pal programs, and many more. Now, it has grown rapidly as a platform to inspire and facilitate individuals and communities to come together to perform acts of kindness. Let's take a moment to watch this video about their work featuring the 5 youth volunteers who used their platform and inspiration they saw to make their way. And now it's one of the many reasons we're honoring them tonight. What an incredible difference these young people are making in our communities, one person at a time. Unfortunately, Melissa was not able to join us this evening, but we're happy to accept this award on her behalf for wonderful work for Bake Back America. The 5 youth volunteers being honored for their outstanding work in bettering the lives of others are Caroline Faber, Crafts With Me, Ryan Fenster, COVID Companions, Shreya Shram, COVID Companions, Abigail Saroff, Candy Stripers, and Emma Klein, Joggers for Juniors. Congratulations again, Bake Back America. Victoria, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, congratulations to our youth volunteers. You are our future, and we look forward to more great work for you for our communities.
Now we'd like to introduce our next Woman of Distinction honoree, Victoria Schneps-Yunis. Victoria is president of Schneps Media, a success that she grew from an initial $250 investment and is now leading local media companies serving New York City, Westchester, Long Island, and Philadelphia. Victoria was inspired to start her company when she saw the power of the press during her advocacy work on behalf of her daughter, Lara, who had a brain injury from birth. She went on to found Life's Work in 1971, which has grown to serve over 1,000 individuals with development disabilities and autism. And its $58 million not-for-profit organizations operate 50 group homes and 19-day programs and the Family Center for Autism in Garden City. Victoria, congratulations on your work.
On behalf of the Center for the Women of New York, we would like to present you with this Woman of Distinction Award. Victoria, would you like to say a few words?
We can also come back to you a few words. Victoria, thank you so much, and congratulations once again for your work. Our next Woman of Distinction honoree is Felicia Von Rose. Founders Felicia's Promise. Growing up, Felicia faced significant challenges, including homelessness and kinship foster care. Being raised in circumstances beyond her control taught her that what matters is her response and how to make the best of every situation. After working her way from entry-level positions to top ranks within Fortune 500 companies, she eventually left corporate to pursue her entrepreneurial goals. In 2019, Felicia founded Felicia's Promise. which focuses on primarily disadvantaged young women from underrepresented communities by helping them to develop marketable skills, attain higher education, and to learn about career opportunities and become financially self-reliant. Felicia, it's incredible work you're doing. Congratulations.
It is the Center for the Women of New York's honor to present you, Felicia, with this Woman of Distinction Award. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. I would like to thank the Center for the Women of New York for this amazing honor. I am grateful to Malini Shah and all of the women associated with this organization. It is an honor to be among so many notable honorees, creating great spaces for women and girls in New York City. I share this award with my amazing, hardworking team. Our organization will provide individualized programs to meet the needs of each of our mentees. We will help them to develop marketable skills, attain higher education, and career opportunities to thrive and become financially self-reliant, among other things. Felicia's Promise is the fulfillment of a promise I made to myself as a young girl growing up in kinship foster care. I didn't grow up with a strong village, and so my journey included homelessness, mental, physical, and sexual abuse. But God has always covered me. It is our commitment to always strive for greatness and excellence. I am excited to announce that we are launching our virtual summer program, and we are also launching our mentee application process. So if you or anyone that you know of a young lady between the ages of 13 and 17 that could benefit from our program, please share our website with them. The purchase of our essentials for the summer program are being made possible by all of our supporters. So please visit our website at feliciaspromise.org to donate if you're able to. We look forward to expanding our impact because girls are depending on us to meet them where they are today. It is our hope to bring you all along with us on our journey. So please, again, visit our website, feliciaspromise.org, for more info. You can also find us on all social media platforms. So please follow us, tag, and share. Also, feel free to email us at info@feliciaspromise.com if you have any questions. Thank you again for this honor.
Thank you so much, Felicia, for the incredible work you're doing. Congratulations again to you, Felicia. We're so honored to have you here. You've already heard some of their inspiring music. Now, I would like to introduce our Woman of Distinction honoree, Alina Bloomgarden. Alina was the originating producer of jazz at Lincoln Center and many other achievements there. She is also the founder of the inspiring program Music on the Inside. Music on the Inside works with professional musicians to bring the transformative power of music education, mentorship, hope to individuals who are incarcerated or facing the challenges of reentry. This transformative cause has now become her life's work. Using the power of music, Alina has galvanized the community of musicians as a force of encouragement and hope in criminal justice. Alina, congratulations on your work.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, perfectly.
It is really an honor to learn about the work really that the Center of Women of New York does and all the wonderful people you're bringing together. So I'm very honored to be celebrated tonight. And RG recommended me, and I really am very grateful for that, and Carolina. So Music on the Inside started 5 years ago, inspired by Louis Armstrong, who had music when he was incarcerated as an 11-year-old boy. And inside the Colored Waves Home for Boys, they had a boys band and a music teacher, and it changed his life. And I thought, what are we doing today? And I did have access to the jazz community, and so many musicians really want to help. So we're 5 years old now. We've worked in Rikers Island and in Queensboro. We're an established provider in Queensboro Correctional Facility. And they're just calling us now to come back and do totally virtual programming. So we're excited because a year ago when COVID happened, we had to pivot to support individuals in reentry. And tonight we heard, there's David Wepper, and he knows about our program. Welcome. Thank you so much.
How are you?
I'm fine. It's been such an amazing year for us because while the world was shutting down, we sort of shifted and supporting amazingly talented people in reentry, as you heard Dawud Rahman at the beginning of the program, and you'll hear him again on saxophone at the end. And it's been an amazing opportunity to really, the virtual platforms are opening possibilities for all of us to reach out and to be heard. And I'm very excited right now to see the prisons are calling us to come back with virtual programming. And I just wanted to invite all of you, and I'll put something on the chat. We have Music While We're Inside Zoom concerts every Sunday night. We just had our 52nd concert since last March. And top jazz musicians perform, and always somebody who's been impacted by incarceration, like Dawud and the person I'm about to introduce to you. We've been so honored to feature them alongside the professionals. And music, you know, I always knew it was a good idea, but there's something about music that connects us very immediately to our common humanity, which is so needed by people impacted by incarceration. And it's been transformative for all of us as well. So I'm so grateful to be acknowledged here and to share the great work that you all are doing. So right now, it is really somebody I want to share this honor with, a person that I'm so delighted to now know. This person, Naomi Blount, served 36 or 37 years of life without parole and was commuted last year. She kept herself alive through music and everyone else around her and continues to do that. She's a force. She's helping other people and other people get out of prison, and she's become part of the Moti family. And it is my honor and pleasure to share this award with her and to introduce to you right now an original song by Naomi Blount.
Well, thank you, Alina. And I just want to just thank everybody that is here this evening. And of course, you don't know me, but we're going to get to know each other, because I like being involved in, you know, anything that just helps others. Where I came from, you just can't just come home and just forget where you've been. And so just to see the drive, the food drive, all those things, it just means so much to me. And I want to just thank you as well. So now I'm going to sing a song that I wrote while I was on the inside. It'll tell you a little bit about myself being incarcerated. Just a young child, I had all the things that any child could want. A beautiful house, beautiful parents, but most of all we had the love of God. And as I grew older, I began to run away from home, not realizing that my mama and papa were strict only because they wanted what was best for me. I started smoking cigarettes, smoking marijuana, drinking alcohol, and then I would stay out all night long. But then I made one of the biggest mistakes of my life, taking a needle filled with heroin and sticking it in my arms. Not knowing then that one shot would someday make me prison bound. Sometimes when I'm all alone, yeah, my mind starts to wonder. God, how long? I made many mistakes in my life. Locked up God, no bail, but you know that my conscience pays the price. I've been away far too long. My baby night. So many, many stories I was told. I would lay myself late at night, wondering who could have possibly shot my only child. And saying to myself, maybe had I been there, would that have made things alright? I've been away far too long. Oh, Lord, I am. Thank you.
Wow, Naomi, thank you so much for sharing your talent with us. In all my rehearsals, I was not prepared to cry and then transition into speaking again. That was incredible. And Alina, thank you so much for the work that you're doing with Music on the Inside, truly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our 7th Outstanding Leadership Honoree, Councilmember Paul Vallone. Councilmember Paul Vallone is New York City's council member representing District 19 in Northeast Queens, the areas of College Point, Whitestone, Malba, Bayside, Douglas Zone, Little Neck, North Flushing, and Auburndale. He currently serves as the chair of the Committee on Economic Development. The love and support of family and his passion to serve the community are the cornerstones of his life and his community service. During his tenure as council member, Councilmember Paul Vallone has secured over $1 million in funding to assist the renovations of the Bayside Queens location of the Center for the Women of New York. We are immensely grateful for Councilmember Paul Vallone's strong support of the center and the work that we are doing for the women of New York. Congratulations, Councilmember Paul Vallone.
Thank you, Kati. And if there was any impact on seeing your tears for this song, I think that is inspiration, what song and rejuvenation can do for all of us. Happy 34th anniversary, everyone. You know, it's not easy throwing virtual events, and tonight is wonderful. So let's give a huge virtual hands up to our president, Victoria, her vice presidents, Randy, Malini, and Cecilia. Way to go. This is a beautiful night. True testament to Ann Jarwin's legacy. She is definitely smiling down upon us. And she is definitely whispering in my ear, as she always did, I need another $1 million. So we know whenever she fights, always does. I see, you know, you have a lot of esteemed guests. I'm just going to run through real quick. I see our former Assembly member, Ann Margaret Carroza, who stood by Ann's side for all those years to get this done. We have our Assembly member, Ed Brownstein, and State Senator John Liu, that share this wonderful district with me. I see Councilmember Adrienne Adams, who's the chair of Public Safety and a true testament to the power of women throughout Queens. And I see Assemblymember David Weprin. You know, I come to the end of my, I guess, last 6 months at City Council, and there hasn't been a time or a day that I haven't fought for or thought about and worked with the vision to make the Center for Women of New York a vibrant and beautiful community that it is. We are honored to have them at Fort Totten. And that was, for those who don't know, that path from Borough Hall to Fort Totten was not easy. And Ann had lawsuits and she fought and she made it happen. But that was a historic building and it needed millions. And we were able to work with the previous borough president. And we got almost $2 million to get that going on the first floor. And this year, our #1 request. So I am very confident. To the speaker, Corey Johnson, our borough president, Donovan Richards, to get the extra $1 million to do the second floor. We can't announce it yet. June is the budget, but I would be very astonished if that didn't happen. It is literally our #1 request. So we want to hang in, say some prayers for the next month, make sure that those around us fund that second floor. And that would be a wonderful way to end my 8 years as your council member. Thank you to all the distinguished honorees and their words of wisdom to all of us, to the kids who were baking for everyone, to see Mona, Maria, Victoria, Felicia, and Alina hear all their words. It's an honor. But if anyone knows me, my true heart, my true passion, my everything that makes my family and me as wonderful as we are is my center, my wife, Anna Marie Vallone, and I'm going to drag her in to this so you can see, and you know her because she's part of all that you do. But I'm going to take a moment of privilege just to tell you, in the 90s, seeing women in corporate America was a very difficult thing to have a position. And she was one of the first women vice presidents at Chase Bank. And she has continued that on, and now is a vice president of First Central Savings Bank. She is a woman warrior, and she's my everything. So if I can sneak in, can you come on over? Here she is.
I don't know how this works.
Let's see if we can work the virtual screen. Or maybe I dropped
no,
the
that's
virtual
okay.
background.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. There's my superwoman.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to the center for its amazing work, for working with women on all issues, equality, awareness, economic issues, financial issues, and just for everything you do and being such an important organization in our neighborhood and our community, and just continuing your mission. And I love the work that you're doing and want to thank you again from the both of us.
So with that, let's have a wonderful gala. God bless everyone. And thank you for this honor. And if anyone's been to my council office there in Bayside, you will see proudly on the desk the first award that Ann Jarwin gave me, and that diamond crystal is right there proudly for everyone to see. So God bless everyone. Have a wonderful 34th anniversary.
Congratulations again, Councilmember Paul Vallone. Thank you for being here and for your lovely wife as well, and for your continued support, most of all. We appreciate you so much. And now to our 8th honoree. For outstanding leadership, Congressman Gregory W. Meeks. Congressman Gregory Meeks represents the 5th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. Congressman Meeks now is in his 12th term as chairman of the House of Foreign Affairs Committee and the first Black member of Congress to serve as the chair of that committee. He is also a senior member of the House of Financial Services Committee. Congressman Meeks is known for his compassionate and tenacious representation of his constituents and his coalition building skills. He has brought billions of dollars worth of projects to New York City. Congressman Gregory Meeks has bettered the lives of countless New Yorkers from every group. Congratulations for your work and thank you for your service. Let's see if Congressman Meeks has made it. Unfortunately, Congressman is not here at the moment.
Oh, here he is. Congressman Meeks, it is our honor to award you this Outstanding Leadership Award. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you very, very, very much. And I'm the one that's humbled and honored to accept and receive the award for the Center for Women of New York, who has been for over 34 years on the ground in the fight to make a difference, to empower women so that they can reach their full potential. And the services that you render, giving skill and information and support and need to address various economics is absolutely tremendous. So thank you, Victoria, and as I said, I'm proud to be recognized as an ally in this fight. And I want you to know, though, that it just seems to me, just yesterday, I was at a historic event. I was in Washington, D.C. at the, what would have been the State of the Union, but it was a joint session of Congress. And for the first time in American history, you could look up and someone was addressed as Madam Vice President and Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. That's what I'm talking about. Real power, making a difference. And it's that kind of empowering what the Center for Women of New York continues to do on an everyday basis. I want to thank and congratulate all of the honorees this evening, all of them who are tremendous. And in particular, I got a good friend, I saw Paul Vallone talk, who's going to be our next judge in the civil court and all of the service that he's rendered. I heard some of the names that out of my colleagues that may be on this, and I want to give a shout out to each and every one of them, because we always talk about we're one Queens in that regard, and that's really important. And then I know Vicky Schnepps is an honoree, and I just praise Vicky for all that she does on a continuous basis. And Felicia Von Rose and Felicia's Promise, who's a good, close, personal friend of mine and my family's. But I gotta say that I'm lucky, because when I get and need a sounding board on women's issues, I have nobody better to go to than one that inspires me, one who I consult with on a regular basis, one who I trust their judgment and their leadership, and that's my better half, my wife, Meeks, who is everything. And so I really appreciate her. And y'all should know that I'm just surrounded by women in my family, my 3 daughters who are doing great things. And now I have 2 granddaughters. So I am just lucky to be surrounded by great women, and understand, of course, I know that I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my mother's care, my mother's prayers, my mother's upbringing. My mother was very instrumental to me in my life. So you can rest assured that we're going to continue fighting in Washington, D.C. until we pass H.R. 7, the Paycheck Fairness Act, which will make sure that every woman gets an equal day's pay for an equal day's work. We also, Carolyn Maloney and I, are the authors of a bill that would encourage corporate America to diversify their board of directors and senior management, and which is a key bill to help close that gender gap and the wealth gap. So we've got work to do in America right now to make sure that there's fairness and equality all over. That's the work that you're doing as women, making sure that we get the energy, the fight, and continue. We can't stop until it's done. So thank you all for your support. Thank you all for your work, and know that you will always have an ally in Gregory Meeks. Because what you will do and what you're doing, you're making sure that tomorrow is much better than today or yesterday. May God continue to bless each and every one of you, and I celebrate you for your work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, Congressman Meeks. It is such a pleasure to have such an ally, such a wonderful, incredible ally that does so much for women. And what an amazing group of people who are doing so much for our community and women and the women of New York tonight. We would like now to hear some brief remarks from some of our distinguished guests. Your fellow Congressman Tom Suozzi wanted to make it tonight. He couldn't make it, but congratulated you, Paul Vallone, and the incredible women that we're honoring tonight. And now it is my honor to introduce Consul General of India, Brenda Jessel. Consul General, please feel free to unmute yourself and say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. Honorable Congressman Meeks, Honorable Council Member Paul Vallone, President of Center for Women of New York, Madam Victoria Pilotti, Madam Cecilia Venosta, Madam Randy Malman, Madam Malini Shah, and all the distinguished awardees and our dear friends. First of all, I must thank the Center for the Women of New York for inviting me to this function. It is always a delight to learn about you, to learn more about you and all the exciting things that you're doing. These are difficult and challenging times for us, especially in India. So I must convey my deepest condolences to all those whom we've lost in this COVID-19 and all the people all the friends and families whom we've lost in India. We seek your support and solidarity as we battle with this challenging second surge in India. We thank the government of the United States for their strong support and solidarity. We also thank our community members here, Indian American community, our friends in this country, business houses, civil society, and non-governmental organizations for your tremendous support in fighting COVID-19. We deeply, deeply commend the work that your center is doing. You are empowering women, you are educating them, you are giving them all sorts of support. Some of the ways that some of your programs, I find it to be very innovative, especially on sustainable gardening, on financial literacy, and much more. So all these are very exciting, and I'm sure, given your experiences and the large ecosystem of self-help groups we have in India, over 2 million self-help groups, there is a lot that can happen between you and the groups in India. And in today's world of digital technology, it is much easier to connect. So we look forward from the consulate side in collaborating with you, and possibly we can have a program to showcase how best we can learn from each other's experience. While we talk of women empowerment, let me tell you, in India, we are deeply committed to women empowerment, to bringing women at the center of nation building. We have several programs to give a push to propel our women empowerment strategies and initiatives. The Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao program, our Mudra scheme, which is one of our large financial loan program, which we extend to people with ideas. And this is a program that we do not ask for any collateral. Our financial inclusion program, and also our startup program, one of the most vibrant ecosystem for startups we have in India, and women are at the center of it. We are trying our best, as we had some speakers here before talk about bringing women at the center of corporate governance. We are equally committed to doing so in India, and we look forward to collaborating with you, with our self-help groups and women groups here in India, and so that we can have cross-flow of ideas and cross-flow of energies. I must congratulate each one of you, all the honorees, for a tremendous achievement. You are an inspiration for us, and especially of Congressman Meeks. His leadership is encouraging, visionary, and his smile is very infectious to us, always. Thank you, Council Member Vallone, for your support and solidarity, and all the awardees, Mona Charles, Maria Markou, youth volunteers, Victoria Schnepps, Felicia Von Rose, and the other distinguished whom I may have not mentioned. So thank you very much. It has been a pleasure for me to participate in this program, and I look forward to our continued engagement. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Consul General. We are thinking about everyone in India now, and from the bottom of our heart, we hope that there is a quick recovery of this situation. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Senator John Lowe that I thought I saw here. Senator, please feel free to unmute yourself and say a few words.
Thank you so much, Cecilia. It's so wonderful joining everybody here on the 34th. I can't believe it's the 34th. I remember for 20 years Ann Jawin approaching or more likely accosting me about the Center for the Women of New York. In fact, I think it was called something else back then, right, Ann? I forget the name. It's been a long time. But it's great to see everybody here. I don't want to speak too long because we've already heard so many speeches, and the speeches from our honorees and the contributions that they continue to make to the Center for the Women of New York are more important. I'm here simply to show support and to congratulate all of our honorees and to say thank you to Madam President Pallotti and our vice presidents and vice chairs and my former colleague, Ann Margaret Carrozza, and my current colleagues in government. Thank you. Whatever I can possibly do for the center, I will continue to do.
Thank you. We'll take in your word. We're not as good as I was and bugging you all the time, but we will do our best.
Well, as was said before, the spirit of Ann Jawin continues to live on in all of us.
It does. She's in our hearts all the time. Now, I would like to introduce Assemblyman Ed Brownstein, who's also another big supporter of the center.
Thank you, Cecilia, and it's good to see everybody. And let me first congratulate everybody involved with setting up the virtual gala. It's not easy to do these things, but I think this has been a very nice gala, and just want to congratulate you on that. And I also want to congratulate everybody from the center for persevering through the pandemic and keeping up the work and keeping up Ann Jawin's mission for the center. You could see that there's been a lot of work going on, and it seems like you've been very successful. So I want to congratulate you on that. And also, I just want to congratulate all the honorees and thank all the honorees for the great work that you've done for our community. It's an impressive group that we heard from earlier. And then finally, I just want to reiterate what Congressman Meeks said. I mean, last night, seeing two women behind the president, the vice president, and the Speaker of the House, it was quite an impactful visual. And I think it represents progress for our country. And it's something that I think we could all be happy and optimistic about. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ed. And thank you for always advocating for women. Thank you for your law, the revenge porn that Anne advised you on. And thank you for listening to her. Again, we'll try our best to keep her legacy going. And now, Queensborough President Donovan Richards could not make it, but he did send a congratulatory message. Kathy, if you would like to put up the video that President Richards sent.
We're just working on pulling that up, so we'll play it right at the end. Apologies, Cecilia.
No problem. We also have Council Member Adrian Adams. I think I saw her earlier. I cannot see all the little tiles, but you're here. Please.
I'm here, Cecilia. I'm here, and and I'm so excited. I would not have missed this gala for the world for many, many reasons, some of which are some of the best honorees of life have been honored this evening through CWNY. I congratulate them all, particularly one of my favorite colleagues ever, Councilmember Paul Vallone. Congratulations to you, love you. And of course, our county leader and amazing Congressman Gregory Meeks. You know, I love them both. And all of the honorees are great, but I have to be perfectly honest with you. I'm here to celebrate the legacy of Ann Juliano Jawin. I met her in 1996. I was working for MCI at the Boulevard Corporate Center, and I was working in management of some level, my executive management background. And Ann would have these amazing conferences. And she invited me to speak at one. I was younger then. And I loved her from the very moment that I met her. She was so small in stature, but huge in presentation. And that's something that I never forgot. To this day, it is 2021, about 25 years later. And I will never forget her. The last time we were together a few years ago at, I believe at your honorary function. I believe we were in not Fresh Meadows, but Douglaston Manor, I believe. And, right? Victoria's nodding. Oh, I'm good at this. That's how much I love Anne. We were at Douglaston Manor, and I shared with you all something that Anne had given to me, and it's a photo from 1996. I'm going to read to you what it said, and I'm going to show you the picture if you can see it. It's dated December 17th, 1996, and it says, "Dear Adrian, I thought you might like to have this photo as a memento of the conference. Happy holiday, Anne J. Jawin for the Queens Women's Center." That was the name of the organization in 1996. And I don't know if you can all see that, but that is the photo of our beloved Anne. And I cherish this photo to this day. So that's why I'm here tonight. I love you all. I celebrate you. And I especially celebrate our hero, Anne Giuliano Jawin.
Thank you so much. That was a lovely tribute to Anne Jawin. And we need a copy of that picture to put up in our building. We love that. And my apologies, I was reading off a list that I sent to Assemblyman David Weppering, who has been a loyal supporter and has stood next to Anne during like so many battles that she fought and you won together with her. Assemblyman David Weppering, please feel free to unmute yourself and please say some words.
Thank you, Cecilia, and thank you all. It's great to be here with my colleagues in government and, of course, our great Congressman and Democratic County leader, Gregory Meeks, we heard from earlier, who's making us so proud in Washington as chair of the Foreign Affairs Committee. And of course, my colleague, soon to be Judge Paul Vallone, but I know him and his entire family for many, many years. And it's great to see my good friend Anne Margaret Carrozza on. I got exposed to the Queens Women's Center and then the Center for Women of New York, the later name and the present name, through Anne Jawin. Through Anne Margaret Carrozza. I met Anne Jawin through Anne Margaret Carrozza. I was elected to the council in 2001. I actually knew Anne from before that, but I became finance chair of the city council in 2002. And Anne immediately insisted I come to the Anne Carrozza insisted I come to the center and see the work that Anne has done. And I actually sponsored the first capital project for them as finance chair, about $1 million to allow them to make the transition over to Fort Totten. It was actually a very long transition because, and I actually ended up going to court and having my staff go to court with Anne on at least 10 occasions in Supreme Court Queens, because we had some real battles with one particular former legislator who's no longer with us, but I don't want to mention his name, although he is one of, we won't mention his name. John's saying don't mention his name. But in any case, we went to court many, many times fighting that battle. And one thing you have to say about Anne Jawin, she is tenacious and was tenacious, and she fought every step of the way. And she did it for the right reason, because she knew how important her work is and the center's work on behalf of so many women that really needed the help very early on, did not have the money for interviews, did not have jobs, were often, in domestic abuse situations, and provided them shelter before so many others were able to do that. So, it's great for me to be here. I still can't believe it's the 34th anniversary. I was actually an early, I think they called them fellows, Queens Women's Center fellow or Anne fellow.
Good guy.
Good guy. I was an early good guy during my tenure in the city council, and I was very proud of being that good guy. And it's great to join all of you, and we all are thinking of Anne Jawin, who we know is looking down and she really laid the way and paved the way for so many women and men that came after her. So thank you for inviting me, and I will always remember and smile of my memories of Ann Jarwin.
Thank you so much, Assemblywoman David Webrin, and for being from the very beginning. Only you know how much work that took. I think it was something about like 18 years that legal and financial work, and so many battles in between. Thank you for being there from the very beginning and being here tonight. Another very loyal supporter and our trustee, and Margaret Carroza, is here today, and we'd love to hear from you. And
thank you. Thanks so much, Cecilia. It is my absolute honor and pleasure to congratulate this year's honorees. The things you are out there doing in the community is quite literally changing lives and giving hope to so many people. You know, this organization losing its founder right before the pandemic, we all know that the odds were stacked against the organization, to put it mildly. And Victoria Pilati rose to the occasion in such a way that Ann Jarwin would be so proud and so inspired of, your Victoria creativity and initiative, and just your clever way to keep this ball up in the air with your tremendous team, the board of directors, Cecilia, Malini, and the entire board. I don't think we've ever had such a broad and talented board, and you can just feel the energy tonight. My sister, not to put her on the spot, Lori Ann Miles, is on the call, and she texted me that it's just so great to see so many young people out there doing things in the community, and that's what this organization is all about. I too came to it many years ago, and this is about women and good guys helping each other, no matter where we happen to be on this, socioeconomic spectrum. There are talents and gifts and strengths that we can be sharing with everyone, and at the same time drawing from other members of this group. When I first met Ann Jarwin, if I had $5 to my name, it was a lot. So I don't think anyone has benefited more from the deep relationships that I've been lucky enough to forge through my association with this group. And I definitely want to thank the elected officials who've taken time to be a part of tonight's program, especially Paul Vallone and David Webrin, without whom I think, those two contributions really made where we are today possible. So you should be so proud of what you've done to keep this going. And my successor in government, Edward Brownstein, who I'm so proud of the work you're doing across the board. You're really killing it, but your continued commitment to this organization on a personal level really touches my heart, and I thank you very much for that. And Senator John Liu, I know that you love this organization, and I'm so proud of what you're doing in Albany. And I think this is quite literally the beginning of our next chapter. And in closing, I just want to invite those of you who are here for the first time, please consider getting involved. I know you don't have time. No one has time. Victoria and the board understand that. Whatever you're able to give, we would so enjoy working with all of you. And when our events become live again, I look forward to sharing a cocktail with all of you. So with that, congratulations to everyone here tonight, and have a good night.
Thank you so much, Margaret. Thank you for your endless support, and absolutely cheers for that beginning. And may like that foundation with all of you who have been here for longer than we have, and now it's the beginning of the next chapter, and we'll continue to make sure that we carry her legacy. And now the video for that Donovan Richards sent, I think it's ready.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Queensboro President Donovan Richards. It is my pleasure to be here tonight celebrating the 34th anniversary of the Center for the Women of New York. I would like to begin by thanking CWNY for inviting me here tonight. I'm proud to say that I am an honorary board member of the Center, which has deep roots in Queens, fighting for progress for over 3 decades, with powerful and visionary women at the helm, notably the late Anne Jewin, whose memory I would like to acknowledge. We miss you, Anne. I want to congratulate our honorees this evening, the exemplary women and amazing allies, some of whom are my colleagues in government. Chairman Gregory Meeks, congratulations, well earned and deserved. While we have come a long way in the fight for gender equity, there's always more work to be done. For this reason especially, it is a privilege to be here in celebration of the honorees, whose work is a testament to progress. Congratulations again, and thank you so much.
All right. Now I would like to also thank our sponsors for the event. Thank you for making it happen.
Amazing. Well, as we start to conclude this marvelous evening of honoring such great achievements, let's listen once again to the artists from Music on the Inside as we watch these beautiful tributes to our honorees. What a night. And that was so lovely. Thank you so much. Once again, that was Dawud Rahman from Music and the Insight. What a night. To everyone who has been involved tonight, especially our honorees, this has been such an inspirational, moving time together. Thank you all for sharing your light, compassionate hearts, and your dedication to making other lives better. You are truly an inspiration to all of us. We would also like to thank the Gala Committee for their hard work in putting this evening together, the artists with Music on the Inside for the gift of their musical contributions, our distinguished speakers, their time, and of course, our incredible honorees. Thank you so much for joining us in the celebration and what we've all achieved here together. All of you embody the work that Ann Jawin started with the Center for the Women of New York and continues today. If you're already not a member, please consider taking the opportunity to become a member of the Center for the Women of New York. Your membership helps keep the wonderful programs going, and it's a symbol of your support to this work that affects all of these women's lives directly. Becoming a member is easy. Just go to cwn.org and click Get Involved tab. While you're also there, look at our upcoming event and resources. Thank you all so much for joining us,